Up the hill they go. Some will sit on a branch. Most will stand. And then there are those who will test this daunting 250-foot cliff, known as Cooper's Hill. A slew of characters line up to take the plunge. They can try as many times as they'd like, or dare. From students to waiters to an American accountant.
Here, toss me one of those.
And at the bottom of the hill, the official finish line. More than a dozen medics and a team of rugby players wait. Then it starts to rain. That's our MC.
If anybody makes a ridiculous false start, we'll cancel them out to the bottom.
For the first race, he chooses these 15 souls, who've been in line for hours. For the competitors, 5 races. To the victors, 5 handmade 7.5-pound wheels of cheese. For the last 23 years, 83-year-old Diana Smart has been making the cheese. A very special, very sharp double Gloucester.
I think it's great to have a traditional cheese such as we make rolled down the hill, which is a traditional ritual.
Why do you think they prefer your cheese to all others?
Because it's the best cheese, of course. Why else?
But Cooper's Hill was playing host to an annual cheese roll long before Diana Smart was even born. Some historians believe racing down the hill was a pagan healing ritual, begun thousands of years ago. It's been around long enough for Rosemary Jean to have won 67 years ago.
I never thought of it being dangerous, but of course these days they go so quickly.
It's almost noon, minutes from the first race.
Hey, Chris, come on.
Here's Chris Anderson, a gas station attendant and a local legend.
What do you think is the secret to your success?
I don't think there's a brain in there. So, you know.
Time for race number 1. The MC raises his ceremonial rod.
1 to be ready, 2 to be steady, 3 prepare, and 4!
Chris Anderson's the first to the bottom, his 5th cheese in 6 years. But wait a minute. Did Chris Anderson jump the rod? Do we have a false start?
We were able to determine that he jumped the gun, quite frankly. What do you have to say about that?
Who cares? Do you want me to stop the race and do it again?
I'm just asking about false starts, you know.
Another race, and Anderson, the hometown favorite, tries again. This time, a clean start. And he was nearly as fast as the cheese. Oh, and that's what the rugby players are there for. A human safety net. Meanwhile, our American finishes 4th.
It's good to kind of take one to the face every once in a while. I think it's fair to say that just happened.
In the women's race, a brutal collision at the bottom leaves one of the competitors in need of medical attention. She's one of 11 people taken to the hospital, with everything from back injuries to broken ankles to a separated shoulder. But still, no one's ever died chasing the cheese. In the 5th and final race, for the first time ever in the history of the cheese roll, helmet cam. They tumbled and turned, flipped and fell, smiled and danced, all for the chance to hoist the cheese. So long as there is an England, there will always be a cheese roll at Cooper's Hill, or so it seemed for eons. until the 2010 event was canceled. The crowd last May was too big, posing too many risks, and the authorities stepped in. Someday, the cheese roll may return. In the meantime, daring souls will charge down the hill on their own. After all, the ancient rite must be observed.